Top of the evening to all of you. It's Thursday evening. It is September the 14th, 2023. It's Thursday night. It's 8 o'clock Eastern Time, 7 o'clock Central Time, and you are tuned in to the right station. Do not adjust your television set. Do not turn the channel. You are tuned in to Charlie Platt and the Dirt Road Sports Show, live and in color on Thursday night. And we appreciate each and every one of you for inviting us into your home or wherever you're watching tonight, on your computer, on your iPhone, on your telephone, wherever you're watching your television. We appreciate you from the bottom of our heart for tuning us in on Thursday nights for the truth and nothing but the truth right here on Charlie Platt and the Dirt Road Sports Show. And I promise you this, you'll only hear it right here. There's things you will only hear right here on Charlie Platt and the Dirt Road Sports Show. Do us a favor right now, if you don't mind. Please hit the like button and hit the share button if you're watching on the Facebook. Like and share. All you got to do, hit like and hit share, and then our broadcasts on your page and lets all of your friends watch our broadcast and let them know that you're not ashamed to be a fan of Charlie Platt and the Dirt Road Sports Show, and maybe even put a tag some of your liberal friends in it and let them know. Just go in and tag some of your liberal friends, and maybe it'll go directly to them. But we're so thankful you're joining us tonight. We're coming to you live, ladies and gentlemen, from our studio right here in Enterprise, Georgia. Our studio at 100% Flamingo Boulevard, Georgia, and our studio, turn number 3 at the Old Rocket Speedway in Dothan, Alabama, live all across the country, and in foreign countries where it is legal and illegal for us to broadcast. All 57 states, 5 foreign countries, 4 sunken islands, and even the great state of Baker County, Georgia. We give a big salute. We got a lot of fans. Some of our longest serving fans are from Baker County, Georgia.
They're all over my screen, Marvin. I don't know if you can see them or not. They're all over my screen. Baker County folks. They live in Baker County, from Baker County. Man, Baker County is just a gold mine for the Charlie Platt and Dirt Road Sports. They love it. They like-minded people. Like-minded people.
I see it.
That's it.
We got a brand new one tonight. Got a brand new
Oh,
one.
yeah.
106.3 inches. 106.3 inches. We are live tonight at Mall Ruby's. All Ruby's. Y'all ever been?
Probably.
Who?
Mall Ruby's.
I missed that one. Go ahead.
Mall Ruby's. Rectal thermometer calibration. Ma Ruby's Ramen Noodle Buffet.
Oh, yeah.
Ma Ruby's Rat Killing Jamborees the first and third Saturdays of each month. Ma Ruby's Rotor Rooter and Weed Eater Repair. And Ma Ruby's Rooster Pills for over 80 in Red Level, Alabama.
I rode by it one time, but I didn't stop.
Yeah, she didn't have a sign up when I come by there with all that stuff. I might have been a player on some of that stuff.
Yeah. As one of our loyal fans said, he is there now at Mo Ruby.
All right.
I wonder what he's buying at Mo Ruby. I know it don't weed eating a rotor root, so I'm just gonna. And I know it don't like them ramen noodles. Anyway, we'll check with you tomorrow night there, Chef, and see what you buying at Mo Ruby's.
And he ain't 80, so he can't be
No,
getting
he ain't 80, so he ain't out of them rooster pills. I know that is fact.
But y'all, hey, next time y'all over at in Red Level, Alabama, y'all stop by and give Ma Ruby a big shout out. Tell her you appreciate her support of Charlie Platt and the Dirt Road Sports Show.
Mo Ruby needs to chime in there. She needs to chime in right up under the sheriff and tell us what's going on over at Mo Ruby's place.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, so
man, I tell you what, if you don't laugh, man, I'm gonna tell you what, if you don't laugh, you're a miserable human being.
That's right.
You better find every opportunity in your life to laugh.
I was unavailable last week, but I did tune in, and I just wonder if it's safe to be here tonight after the Cousin Bookie story I heard on the airwaves.
I hadn't heard of Boogie this week.
We couldn't even do the It ain't a short list no more. What is it called now? The list of impossibilities. Couldn't even get to it, and
No, they didn't do no list of impossibility. Like, couldn't get to it.
yeah.
Boogie and Reverend
I,
Johnson, they sucked all the oxygen out.
I got a question. Marvin,
Yes, sir.
you are a, a man of cloth. Have you ever had anything like that happen at Flat Creek Baptist Church, like happened with cousin Bookie and his wife?
If I did, I wouldn't tell it anyway. I'll just say that.
I would hope not.
Oh, have mercy.
Woo.
Have mercy on us, Lord. We don't mean no harm.
Look, I want to say this and just get it out of my system. Hunter, if you had been a resident of the state of Alabama in the last few months, Meemaw would have let you had this gun carried in your holster, and you wouldn't have had to lie about doing crack cocaine. End of story.
Oh.
Is
Let me,
that fair?
if
Is
I may.
that fair?
Yeah,
Go
that's
ahead.
fair. I like, yeah, fair. Let me say this about Hunter. The news media is aglow. They are aglow with the news. Some of them sad, some of them glad that Hunter is gonna get him for illegal gun possession, lying on a form. They're gonna get Hunter, but forget all of the tax stuff and all the bribery and all of the illegalities and all the paying off of the big guy. We ain't talking about it, but they got him on them gun charges. Got him on them gun charges. They're talking about, oh man, he gonna do prison time. I hear that. Prison. Man, please. Let me tell you what I'm gonna give y'all an example of what they got Hunter Biden, and I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna put myself in a position, and y'all can I'm gonna lay it out there to you so you folks in Martha's Vineyard can understand what I'm talking about. They've got Hunter on the gun charges. No IRS stuff, tax evasion, fraud, shaking down folks, none of that. This would be like if I went up here to the People's Bank and went in there with a pistol and held it on them folks and told them to give me all your money. And they put it in a sack, put it in a bag for me, and I go out the door. And I'm heading down the ward. I'm heading toward Baker County. I'm heading up toward Baker County on Highway 91. And the sheriff gets behind me and pulls me over, or the road patrol or whoever. They bring me in. They bring me in and they got me on. Man, we got him. Boy. We got him big this time. That would be like them saying that they have caught me with driving with an expired license. Not the bank robbery. None of that don't matter.
No.
Or,
We got him this time. He's driving with an expired license.
or Floyd, even better than that. Hey,
Huh?
even better than that, a busted tail light.
A busted tail light. It got me for a busted tail light. We got him now, boy.
Mm.
We got him going. He's gone now. We got old Floyd now. He's going off to the penitentiary. Don't say nothing about it. The bank robbery. Same thing with him. Same thing with Hunter.
Oh yeah.
It's according to who is implementing the law enforcement as to how big and severe your penalty is going to be. If decent folks is enforcing the law, law-abiding people enforcing the law, then crooks is gonna go to prison. If a bunch of crooks is enforcing the law, crooks go free.
But let me ask you this, Floyd. What if the liberals were coming after like us? Would they be lenient on us?
Oh no, man, it'd be oh no, honey. They'd have us, man. They'd have us in what you used to call them thing. What they put you put you have your hands in the block, in the wood block. Have your feet. We be
Oolong.
yeah. They'd have us like that out in the hot sun. They'd have us in the sweat box. Y'all ever remember the sweat boxes they used to have on these convict camps and all? That's where we'd be. We'd be in the sweat box, baby, for life. Ain't no mercy.
Cool Hand Luke would be a good example of that one, wouldn't it?
That's it.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
What we
Hunter,
have here.
y'all move on. Let's just move on. Don't let Hunter. Do not let Hunter get to live rent free in your mind, because ain't nothing gonna happen to Hunter. I promise you that. Ain't nothing gonna happen to Joe. Ain't nothing gonna
Or his
happen to Joe.
father.
No, it's what there ain't nothing gonna happen. None of it. Zero. Y'all hear me? Zero.
Nothing.
And move on. Just better get on past that, cause that ain't gonna happen. They ain't gonna let that happen, man.
Floyd, tell them about one of our good sponsors right here at Ziggy B's Seafood Market.
Man, I was in there today. Y'all know Thursday's my day. That's my shrimp day. Done had a. Let me tell y'all what we done. What I done. Went in there, got me some shrimp. I said, "Give me some shrimp. Put me some shrimp in a sack, gal. Put me some shrimp in that bag. I'm gonna take home. Fry me and Dee some shrimp." Well, she put me a pretty good little turn in there, and make me and Dee sit down and eat our shrimps, man. Fry, put them in, saute them in that olive oil, if you will. Sit down and eat our shrimps and had some sweet potato fries that we put in the oven and baked them. And we had shrimps left over. And
Mm.
I called her. I didn't call my neighbor over here on the east side because I didn't have enough for him. I go because he can eat up some shrimps now. I'd have just made him mad what little bit we had left over. Had some left over, and I called my lawyer neighbor over here next to me over here on the west side. I called him. I said, "Man, we got some shrimp left over here, some fried shrimp and some homemade cocktail sauce. You want some?" Ooh, yeah, man. He called me later on, about 30 or 40 minutes later. He called me and said, "Man, they were delicious." Got them at Ziggy B's right there in Colquitt, Georgia. Ziggy B's right there in Colquitt, Georgia, over there on West Main Street, going out of Colquitt, come across the square, head on out, right there by that big old Ford dealership. Get you the freshest seafood you ever had in your life. Done right. She's got oysters on the half shell. You can buy you a bag, half bag. You can buy you 2 dozen at the time. You can buy you a pint. You can buy you a half pint already shucked out. Go by and see Ziggy B. Go by and see Ziggy B right there. There's a number right there, 254-7115. Call her and talk to her. She'd be glad to hear from you. And tell them that you heard about it from Floyd and Charlie and Marvin and Queasel from the Dirt Road Sports. You know who you're talking about. Because your move now. You know,
Whoa.
when I get through
Floyd.
talking,
Let me go to Floyd. Floyd. Let's have a discussion here.
okay.
I happen to know that you were tuned in Sunday morning to the sermon going on at Flat Creek Baptist Church.
Glory.
Yes.
Glory.
And I know for a fact because I got a text during the service. The preacher there made the comment, "Is any of y'all in here live with a hard head?" It was that somewhat the question
Exactly. Verbatim.
verbatim. And I get a text. It
Bullshit.
didn't get out of the preacher's mouth 3 seconds. It wasn't a delay at all. And all of a sudden, I get a text wanting to know what Ms. Marvin. It said, "If you live with a hard-headed person, raise your hand
From the pulpit, said that.
from the pulpit."
Mm-hmm.
And you want to know what Ms. Marvin might have done with her hand.
Show us what she
She
done.
threw up both of them like that, hollered hallelujah, and I thought it had turned into a Pentecostal revival. She was last seen running down Three Notch Road at about 25 miles an hour.
Spirit done got a hold to her. Marvin
Yeah,
does that. Marvin will get in that pulpit and he'll ask
yeah,
questions. See, here's the deal, Marvin. What you need to do, you need to already know the answer to the question before you ever ask it.
I
See, I
think
learned
he
that
knew
from
the
my
answer.
lawyer neighbor over here. My lawyer neighbor told me that. Don't ever ask a question unless you already know the answer to the question.
That's right.
And I also had a wise man tell me one time too. He said if you going into a room where they gonna be voting, you know what the vote's gonna be before you go in there and the vote is taken.
That's right.
That's
That's
the
right.
very wise man that told you that.
And we have now I see the studio at Thompson Town Road has come live.
Man, it has fired up and ready to go. It's on the 8 cylinder, and I swear we're running on 12 tonight. We got things going so good right now.
You coming in hot tonight, Queen. You
Yeah,
coming in hot.
Hey,
Oh man,
there ain't no delay. There ain't
yes
no
sir.
freezing up right now.
how's that revival going up there in Athens, Georgia?
Oh man, we preaching nothing but the truth. Nothing but the truth. Nothing but the
Is-
truth. Them disciples get together and they get to going out there. They know it. They know it the right place to get out in the middle of that field. Got that G for Jesus right out in the middle of it. They know that's the place to be. That's the place. I can't help it. I mean, you know. That's just it.
Ah,
But I wasn't gonna say nothing. You started it. I was gonna be a humble winner. I wasn't gonna say anything.
We talking about revivals.
He's talking about the Auburn
Oh, revival.
Bible. What is
Yeah.
Auburn Unite?
But what? Well, me and Marvin talked about that today, and he can't tell what I told him on the air. So we're gonna move on to the next subject. Talk about a revival at Auburn. Yeah, yeah.
I told him off air, so that
Yeah, we done heard.
Oh, but I didn't know. I thought we have a revival going up there all the time.
Yeah.
All right, guys. On the news
Yes.
today, y'all's response to this: a visibly exhausted Joe Biden hands his cabinet meeting over to his wife, Dr. Jill Biden, and then ignores questions on the impeachment inquiry.
That's just a run of things
What
the
else
way
is
it is
it?
every day.
Yeah.
I mean, what were we supposed to think?
Yeah,
Did you
who
see?
else is he gonna hand it over to? I mean,
Look,
when all of them lunatics, who's he gonna hand it over to? So,
did you see the
what's
clip
good?
when Coco the clown was asked by Peter Ducey, why does the whole administration have to treat the president like a child?
Yeah,
Coco just got mad and left.
Coco gets he just stormed off. No, not going after
Coco couldn't take it.
that.
I'm thinking Dr. Jill Biden about the only somebody that likes Joe Biden anymore. Even the Democrats is turning on him. I mean, some of his stone.
They're going after him. I think he's on a short leash.
Mhm.
But anyway, all they got to do is hold that medication, all that amphetamines and all that steroids and all they got to do is withdraw that for about 24 hours, 36 hours. He will look like a piece of a pod of boiled okra.
Woo!
Not fried okra, but
Have y'all
boiled
ever
okra.
seen a pod of boiled okra?
Yes, sir.
That's what he'll look like. That's what he'll look like. All they got to do is withhold them amphetamines from him and all that good stuff, and he'll go down there.
I mean,
Oh.
honestly, I'm reading articles that, basically, he's almost like a Manchurian candidate. He's just a total 100% puppet, and there's a machine behind him, and they got the hand stuck in there just waving the
They
puppet
were
around.
moving him around. That's exactly right. They
Yeah.
move him around. They tell him, "Hey, read this now. Read this. Read." Oh no, don't go off script now. Don't go. He'll wander off though. He can't help it. He wanders off. He'll wander off and get off out there in no man's land. Don't know how to get out. No, he don't even know he's there. Basically.
You know, here's the thing about it. It's really sad that he is so greedy that he's got to be the president and have all his power as old as he is. He should have just went on home and lived out his senior years gracefully, but instead he's I don't know.
I blame his wife for a lot of that.
That's a lot of the trouble. And here's the thing about it. They talking about looking at Hunter's bank records and Joe's bank records. That ain't where they need to look. They need to look in Jill's records. Don't you think for 1 minute that she's letting that crackhead stepson of hers call the shots? The money. Do you think she's gonna turn that much money over to a crackhead? That's her stepson. No, not Dr. Jill. Anybody that'll pretend to be a doctor, go through what all she did to pretend to be a doctor so it could show up on the address on the envelope coming to her, a letter coming to her, doctor.
Hunter ain't controlling all the money.
She got that right there, baby. She knows where the money is. They need to focus on Dr. Jill. They don't need to focus on Hunter. Don't know Hunter. All Hunter wants is him a hooker and some cocaine. That's all Hunter wants.
Let me be Marvin.
What did y'all feed Floyd before I come on the air?
Don't worry about that. Don't worry. You need to be here earlier. Let me ask the three of y'all one of these questions that Marvin would ask. Has it ever run through your mind that maybe why let him be why does he have to be greedy? This, that, the other. Look at Mitch McConnell. Let's be bipartisan here. Look at look at Mitch McConnell. There's like a dang turtle that got out of his shell.
Mhm.
He freezes up when he starts talking. You got Dianne Feinstein that Floyd pronounced her dead 2 or 3 months ago. We know the story on that.
I mean, I
And
remember
now,
there's a
no, whoa.
story.
Nancy Pelosi, 80 something years old. Has it ever occurred to y'all that maybe the reason these idiots who have made themselves millionaires up there, we're the idiots that, no, the idiots that vote for them are who has made them millionaires
Right.
by letting them stay there? Has it ever occurred to y'all that maybe the reason they won't give it up is they're afraid if they do, they gonna get caught up with, and at the age of 80, gonna go to prison?
Yeah,
That's just a question.
Yep, you're right. But and you're
No.
right about two things. The other thing you're completely right about is the idiots that elect them, that vote for them every year.
That's right.
And I'm gonna tell you another problem is the idiots that do not vote, that stay home and got other things to do that day. I don't have time to vote. I got to go get my nails done, get my hair done. I got to get the oil changed in my truck. I got to cut the grass. I ain't got time to go vote. That's another
That's it.
problem right there.
They ain't worried about going to jail
Oh
because
no,
they Democrats.
no, they ain't going to jail. We
No.
talked about this a little bit earlier. They ain't going to no jail. No, that's out of the question.
And they'll break the United States trying to put Donald Trump in jail, but they ain't going to jail.
But does cousin Bookie vote Floyd?
Yeah, he voted.
Is he
He's
proactive in
Trump. He's
politics?
100% Trump. I'm going to know something. I don't care if he's dead or not. He's in jail. I don't care where he's at. I don't care. I don't care if he slipped in the ditch. I'm going to go pull him out and I'm going to vote for him.
Amen.
If he's dead, he said if he's dead, I'm going to write his name in.
Him and Bookie might be cellmates.
Oh, Charlie, tell them about our buddies at Outlaws Bussin' Barbecue.
You won't find any. Oh, look at those ribs. I mean, just look at the picture. Picture is worth 1,000 words, they say. And those are some of those fine ribs you'll find at Outlaws Bussin' Barbecue, wherever they may be. Also, pulled pork sandwiches, pulled pork plates, some of the best side dishes to go along with that barbecue you'll find at Outlaws Bussin' Barbecue. Did you find out, Marvin, is the Troy location open?
All right, I got an update this afternoon. He was
Good.
there last weekend. We'll be there this weekend with the food truck. Lord willing, and the creek don't rise. The actual physical restaurant will open tomorrow week. But he will
Okay.
be there in Troy on 3 Notch Road and 231 with the food truck all this weekend. So he is there serving barbecue.
Well, if Troy is playing in Troy this weekend, you owe it to yourself, Troy University football fans and alumni, to stop at 3 Notch and 231 and get you some Outlaws Busted Barbecue to carry and tailgate with. See, you hadn't even got to carry the grill. You can tailgate with Outlaws Busted Barbecue, or either get you a slab or two of ribs and take them home. You won't find any better anywhere, and that's where they'll be this weekend, intersection of 3 Notch and 231 in Troy, Alabama, coming soon to Bainbridge, Georgia.
Guys, y'all were talking about that just a minute ago. Here's another interesting tidbit that I picked up on this week. The mayor of Burbank, California. You followed me on this?
Mhm.
Mayor of Burbank, California. He went to a Democratic fundraiser last weekend and was paddled, if you will, with a wooden paddle or a belt by a transgender, transvestite drag queen.
There you go, transvestite. Yeah.
And this same mayor is an abolitionist, not for slavery, but for law enforcement. Wants to do away with all police, all prisons, so there'll be no police and no prisons and anything.
Well, I got a solution to that. What he needed to go out and let one of them policemen paddle him. That's what he ought to do.
They need to encounter Buck Tail with that slapjack.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Chief
Yes,
of
sir.
Police Buck Tab, because I have heard that thing go off 2 times in my life. I know it wasn't
They
on
didn't
my
call it
head,
a
but it was on
slapjack for
somebody's
nothing.
head that I could hear close by.
Yeah.
And when it
They
went
didn't call
off,
it a
when the
slapjack for
slapjack went
nothing.
off, that wound up the conversation. The conversation was over.
There wasn't no
Over.
gun
Are you
pull,
right?
was it,
There was
Floyd?
no guns pulled.
Didn't need one.
It was just one whack, and that was it. They it did not. Here's what it did. It did not escalate from
Yeah.
there. You see,
And when you do something like that, it's all about the way you administer it.
Mhm,
And Mr. Buck knew how to
mhm,
administer it. He knew exactly
mhm.
how and where to
And
administer it.
when you heard
And
that
it
sound,
usually,
when you heard that sound,
yeah,
I saw him one night.
it
I
usually,
saw him one night. We was at an establishment, and he was out there in the car. He was in the car. He was in the car, and he had the perpetrator in the back seat of the car, and he was trying to reason with him, trying to reason with him. He knew his mom and his dad, and he knew Mr. Buck did, Chief Tab, yeah, Chief Buck did. He knew the whole story. He's trying to reason with him. When he got to the point where the jaws started jacking like that in the back seat, the conversation was over. It was over.
that's right.
It was over. It did not escalate. See what I'm saying?
No.
And that's a mild slap. What y'all heard right there. There ain't but one sound that I've ever heard in my life. That's it. That sounded exactly like that. That nobody died.
That's right.
See, when Matt Dillon would shoot somebody, you'd hear, man, you'd hear that. You see the smoke and hear that bullet. You'd hear it when it went out the barrel of that 45. You could hear it's a different sound.
I
And you know what?
I
Let
spent
me tell you what that does. That put a damper on everybody else that was
yeah.
around. See,
It usually
Paul,
didn't take but one slap.
what's that? That's it. It's amazing what
That's
one sound can do to a
yeah,
situation.
yeah.
So,
Can
like, when
But
you heard that
it can
slap,
diffuse. Huh?
when you heard the slap, you didn't like go up there and bow up at the chief.
Nobody did. Nobody did.
most of the time, you kind of went on about your
You
way.
went on back. You eased on me. We
Yeah.
eased on back into the establishment where we were at.
hmm
And
And then after he left, you talked about what you'd have done
no,
if
no,
he'd
no,
have hit
no,
you with it.
no, no, because somebody might have told him. Oh, we said,
Come
oh,
on, boy.
we said, yeah. Said that big mouth got exactly what he was asking for.
So you
We was on, we was on
Wait a minute. Let me tell you
side.
something.
We was
You,
on
uh,
east side.
you talking about the police now got all these kind of electronics and all this surveillance and all that kind of stuff. Let me tell you something. They did nothing go on in Carpet back then. Mr. Buck Tab didn't know about,
That's right.
and he didn't have nothing.
They couldn't control. There was
He didn't have
nothing ever got out of control. Nothing.
That's right.
Don't care where he was, what part of town he was in, who he was with, what group of people he was that he was talking to. He didn't go in there. He didn't go in there with the armored vehicle. I mean, I see when they
That's
had the
right.
armored vehicle with the machine gun on it and all that kind of stuff. I said, man, what you gonna do with that? You know, it's like the guy up there that they caught in Pennsylvania. He stayed gone 2 weeks out there, and they had I don't know how many people they had looking for him. They just didn't have the right kind of people looking for it because they found him, and I'm glad they did. They did what they could do. They probably was under some strict rules of engagement that they had to.
They were, but that dog wouldn't.
The dog wasn't. The dog didn't know. The dog had not read
When
the
they,
manual.
that's right. When they turned that dog loose,
He had not read.
that dog went on about his business.
He hadn't read the OSHA manual or whatever it was.
No. No.
The love and tolerance manual.
Can I do a public service announcement? And
Please.
Go ahead.
this is geared to the folks on Martha's Vineyard, anywhere from Virginia, North Carolina, South Carolina, especially the, if you will, metro area of Atlanta, Georgia. We rednecks down here in southeast Alabama, southwest Georgia, and northwest Florida are about to embark on what we call our collect the money season. It's harvest season. Now, for you folks that's going to be traveling through, and for you locals that didn't get up in time and are all impatient and wanting to pass and run around these big pieces of farm equipment going up and down the road, we would appreciate if y'all would cut us a little bit of slack. And I don't know who your insurance agent is, but I can tell you this. If you found guilty of running up under the back of one of them $1 million John Deere cotton pickers, I imagine it's going to cost you a little bit of money somewhere down the line. We can't run over 20 miles an hour. Please be patient. And I say that because I saw 2 examples today of folks almost messing up big time on US 431, whether it's a peanut picker, a shaker, a cotton picker, drying trailers. This is the time of the year folks in agriculture around here harvest the peanuts, the cotton. Give us a little slack, and we would appreciate it.
Hey,
Where they
That's
make
all.
That's it. That's it. Y'all, please listen to what Mr. Charlie just said. Please.
It's important because I just, I don't know that much about the law, but I figure if I ran up under and it was my fault messing up $1 billion cotton picker, my insurance company ain't gonna be too happy with me.
They you go when the next bill that you're gonna get, you're gonna see an addition on that.
That's
Your
what I'm
insurance
talking
is
about.
gonna go up.
I'll take it a step further, Charlie. It is you try to cut somebody out of a car that has run up under a loaded peanut wagon,
Ooh,
and the front half of that car is wedged up under that wagon, and that wagon is loaded with peanuts, and you try to cut them out of that car and to get them out where you can get them to the hospital. You are so right. You need to slow down. It's we need to be looking for, and it's that time of year.
Guys, it's time right now for Southern Hissy Fit trivia time here on Charlie Platt, the Dirt Road Sports Show. Southern Hissy Fit on the square in Colquitt, 109 West College Street on the southwest corner. 229-726-4825 is their number. All your embroidery, custom embroidery, t-shirts, tumblers, gifts, and more. They have their own brand new custom line of candles called Hissy Scents. Go in, pick you up a couple of those, and they make great gifts. Southern Hissy Fits on the square, sponsor of the trivia time on Charlie Platt, the Dirt Road Sports Show. Our winner will be a winner of a Campfire enamel logo mug. I need you to text your name and the correct answer to 229-254-5060, 229-254-5060, your name and the correct answer of tonight's trivia question. All right, got a little different trivia question tonight. And here is the trivia question of the night. Who was Lyndon Baines Johnson's vice president in 1963 and 1964? Very simple question. Who was Lyndon Baines Johnson's vice president in 1963 and 1964? I'm looking for the correct answer and your name, 229-254-5060. Right here on the trivia time, brought to us by Southern Hissy Fits on the square in Colquitt. 1963, 1964, who was LBJ's vice president?
and it was not Lady Bird.
And it wasn't Dr. Jill.
No, 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 no.
Yeah. Well, hey, while we're waiting on that, I got to get some ads out of the way here so we can pay some bills. While we're waiting on some answers, Queasel, tell them about KWG Plumbing, our good friend.
Man, this is it. This is the place you go. If it ain't flowing, call old Kenneth Wayne Garney, brother. He'll get it going for you. KWG Plumbing, 229-220-6694. Specialize in any kind of plumbing needs you got. They specialize in any kind of clogs. They are from building a new house, new business, new constructions. They from the ground up. They got you covered. Alec got their master license in Alabama, master license in Georgia, 24-hour service. That's something you don't find very often anymore. Most of the time you get that, all right, we'll see about it first thing in the morning. Not with Kenneth Wayne Garney. When you call Kenneth, he's going to say, we on the way. Kenneth Wayne Garney, KWG Plumbing, family run operation, hardworking, Christian, good man, treat you fair, treat you honest. Just remember his slogan: if it ain't flowing, he'll get it going. Give him a call.
Oh, man, you awesome, Queasel.
That was good right there, Cleveland.
Go ahead.
If it
Hey,
ain't flowing, we'll get you going.
KWG can't join us tonight. He's a little under the weather, but son, he went to the Gulf of Mexico this weekend.
Look at there. Look at there.
That was the catch on one side, and that was it going into the oven on the other side.
Hmm.
Wait a minute. Oh. Are we sure we have 100% positive proof that that ain't the cutting board at Ziggy B's?
Yeah,
Okay.
Wayne won't lie.
Okay.
I haven't tried to get him to lie. He won't lie.
Hey,
But that looks as pretty as something you see on that commercial for Ziggy B's, don't it, Floyd?
wait, now,
Yeah.
Queasel, we got to go back to that. That was about one of the best ones you've ever done. Now, what'd you say
Yeah.
that in KWG? What if it ain't flowing?
If it ain't flowing, he'll get you going, brother. It don't take long.
Yeah, that's good for another month's advertising right there.
That's right. That's it.
Oh, that's pretty good.
You can't be held up in them areas. You got to keep everything. You got to keep.
What's that old boy, the Adams in Adams over there, the septic tank man, number one in the number two business. You know, guys, listen, I've only had one person that has messaged in with the correct answer, and here's what she said. She said, I won a cup a while back. I think we're going to have to give her another cup and she'll have a pair with them because she is the only one that has got the answer correct.
I see somebody. I see Gerald Jenkins done pop one up there, but that ain't correct.
It is not Hubert Humphrey. It is not Hubert Humphrey. That answer is correct, partially correct, but not 63 and 64. The winner is Melanie Brown. Melanie Brown won, and she had won a few months back, and so we're going to let her win again. Here's the correct answer. Nobody. He did not have a vice president during 1963, 63 and 64.
No.
Why was that?
Why do you think?
I'm gonna tell you why. Because he's scared. LBJ was scared that the same thing was gonna happen to him that he caused to happen.
Not taking him
Yeah.
out.
JFK. So he didn't,
Man.
he didn't want nobody in waiting in line to bump him off.
Now Humphrey was his vice president after he ran for the full term, but for
That's right.
63 and 64, he did not have a vice president. So
Correct.
now you want another mug? We'll get it to you. You'll have you a pair there.
Her and Big Daddy, her and Santa Claus have one.
They can have them together there. So yeah, hey, that's a good deal. No, he did not have a vice president. That's pretty interesting.
See what you can learn just by watching.
Oh, yeah.
Where else would you learn that?
You can't find that.
No other place.
You can watch TV from now to for the next 5 years, and you'll never hear that anywhere except right here. This is happening.
You can't go to college and learn it.
No.
Because that's history. They can't teach history no more. History is hate.
No, we can teach history,
Yeah.
but they can't. They can't.
Yeah.
School
They
can't
can't.
teach it no more.
No, it's hate. That's hate speech.
That's hate.
Right. Hey guys, we're being sponsored in part tonight by our good friends at Phillips Auto Parts and the Holster 9 in Colquitt, Georgia on Highway 27. Phillips Auto Parts, been in business a long time, now owned by Johnny and Key Coffee. All your auto parts needs, whether it's your automobiles, agriculture, whatever it is, if they don't have it, they can get it. He's also got a real nice gift shop in there. Husbands, you can swing by and get a nice gift basket for your wife or significant other with all the balloons and trimmings with it. Also, the famous Floyd B. Lloyd rabbit pellet grills and rabbit pellets in every flavor the imaginable to the human mind. And they are also home to the Holstered 9. Had their grand open ribbon cutting last Friday, and man, was it packed out. And man, there were more guns and ammunition in that place than you could imagine. You need to go by and see them if you're in the Colquitt, Georgia area. I promise you, they've got one of the largest selections of firearms and ammunitions of anywhere in the Wiregrass area. Got a gunsmith on staff to do gun work. You won't be disappointed. Go see Johnny and Key Coffee at Phillips Auto Parts and the holstered 9 right there on the 4-lane Highway 27 in Colquitt, Georgia, and let them know you saw and heard about them on Charlie Platt and the Dirt Road Sports Show. I was trying to think. I thought I had one more. Let me look here. Hey, Mel just texted. Do you know how she knew that answer? Queasel, you'll like this one. Floyd don't watch Netflix. She had been watching Designated Survivor on Netflix, and she had remembered them saying it on Netflix that he did not have a vice president.
Yeah.
We didn't get it from Netflix.
Nope.
We researched. We get it from Netflix.
Yeah.
What is Netflix? What do you do with Netflix? What is Netflix?
Netflix. I tell you what Netflix did. Netflix took that Designated Survivor show when it was a good, decent show that you could watch, and then Netflix took it over, and every other word in it's a cuss word. And I ain't talking about just no little cuss word. I'm talking about some show enough cuss word. And that's something you can't. Yeah, you can't sit down and watch it with your family. That's what Netflix did.
TV, mostly TV coming to that now. You know, some of you can't. Some of you can't. Beep 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 beep. Dang, I don't get much out of that.
You know what?
Okay.
I've noticed this. I have not heard a beep in any episode of Andy Griffith.
Nope, that's exactly right. Nope, sure ain't.
I have not heard a beep.
Nope. As many times as they've been on the TV too.
I got a testimonial here. Ann Tillery, Troy, Alabama, got me some food at Outlaws Barbecue in Troy Tuesday. Going back Saturday and get some Brunswick stew and barbecue sauce.
Come on.
Right there. Hey. Right there. She would never have known about the barbecue had it not been Charlie Platt and the Dirt Road Sports Show.
Exactly right. Hey, if you want to promote your business, talk to us. If we think if we think you've got a business worth promoting and we agree with you, we'll promote you. We'll do you some advertising. You let them know. You let Marvin know. Call him on the number right there, man. We select now. We pretty cautious about who we put on there. If we don't believe in it, we ain't gonna put it on there. I'll tell you.
Let me make a preface to that. We reserve the right to refuse any and all advertisers, and liberal causes need not apply.
Baby.
Move on.
That's right.
Move on down.
Now, let me say something about that. If you call Marvin's number, do not be disappointed if you don't get Marvin or you find a mailbox that is full, because Marvin is the man.
I think it's time to go to another ad. Charlie, go on and talk about
Whoa. Let me tell you, Floyd B. Lloyd takes care of me. I can't say that much for the other two. They do, but not as much as Floyd. I pulled in the parking lot Sunday morning of Flat Creek Baptist Church, and what did I see on my phone? It was a text from Floyd B. Lloyd. It gave me the rundown off of Facebook what was going to be served at the Moby Dick Big Buffet on Sunday. And it was absolutely correct. You'll find just about any and everything you grew up, if you grew up eating home cooked food, and you won't find any better anywhere. In fact, you may say, well, grandmama's banana pudding wasn't quite that good. Or maybe I like the way they do fried chicken a little bit better. So many items to choose from. Wherever you are, Sunday, make your way to Moby Dick Restaurant, or weekdays, they have the buffet there. They're on Highway 27, about a mile and a half north of downtown Colquitt, Georgia. Easy to find. Good folks, good fellowship when you get in there. I guarantee you'll see somebody you know, and you won't find better food anywhere in the southeastern U.S.
Guys, it is time now for Floyd's list of impossibilities, and it's brought to us by our good friend and our confidant in exclusivity and perpetuity, TC Berryhill Auctioneers. Mr. Berryhill signed a contract with us 2 years ago that lasts until Jesus comes back. Be the sponsor of Floyd's list of impossibilities right here on Charlie Platt's Dirt Road Sports Show. That's what exclusivity and perpetuity mean. That means that if
He didn't read.
someone were to come in and offer more money to sponsor the list of impossibilities, they can't do it because TC Berryhill said it's unlimited what he'll match. And we
He's ensconced. He is ensconced.
Berryhill, Berryhill
Yeah,
Auctioneers, the
I,
Oh
sponsor
man.
he didn't.
I
Floyd.
remember
He didn't read the fine print. What he did.
Queasel. You remember that? You remember that? I didn't even look at the sponsorship check, that first check that I brought to you. I just
Yeah,
you called me
yeah,
and you told me what it was
yeah,
for, what it was made, how the amount was.
yeah.
I said, what? He said, yep, that's it.
Yeah, I remember.
To our
Yeah,
surprise and to our gratification. Thank you very kindly, Brother TC. We love you. Hope everything's going good with you, man. He's having
that's
auctions
right.
all over the place. He's selling them used truck parts, engine, transmissions, whatever you want. If you're looking for you a good truck engine, a good transmission, rear ends, whatever, TC Bear Hill, he specializes in that. He has auctions and all his parts, they go all over the world. They go all over the world. Bear Hill Auctioneers, tune him in, plug him in. You may need some truck parts. You may need you a good engine to put in your old truck there, whatever. Check with check with Bear Hill Auctioneers on your truck parts in
And
your auction.
Floyd, I want to say this too. TC's been with us faithful near about since the beginning.
Yep. He's
Yeah,
been
And
there a long time.
I know we don't say enough. We probably don't give him as much due as we should, but we appreciate TC Berryhill and his support of the Dirt Road Sports and Charlie Platt.
I tell you something else. He's like we are. He's real folks. Y'all need to. It's like we need to take a little bit more time and explain who our sponsors are. We really need to spend a little bit more time, and we try to do that. But with TC, we just kind of take it, and go on. TC's old buddy of mine and all that. But TC Bear Hill is a good man. TC Bear Hill, his father is 90-something years old. TC still makes sure that his father has everything that he needs in his life to make his life comfortable. Now, TC don't have to do that, but he does. But that's the kind of person he is. TC don't live with him. He lives close by. He stays on an airplane or a car or something, an automobile, or that new Raptor truck that he bought down there from Southwind Ford. He stays in it. But he sees after his daddy. And TC saw after his mama while she was alive. One of the greatest people I ever met, one of the sportiest people I ever met in my life. Nadine can testify. I'm going to get her to tell y'all one night what her and TC's mama did in Saudi Arabia at the beauty shop. When I was over there auctioneering with TC's stepdad and with TC in Saudi Arabia, TC's mom came over there. Nadine was over there with me, and we found them a beauty shop to go to. I'm gonna let Nadine tell y'all the beauty shop story one night. Great people, TC Bear Hill. Look him up, Bear Hill Auctioneers. Look him up. But we appreciate your sponsorship on the list, Floyd's list of impossibilities. And I have inspiration. It's like what was that when Paul was walking Saul, or what was he Saul and the scales, was he Saul and the scales fell off his eyes?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
The scales fall off my eyes. I'll be sitting thinking about things. So that's what it started out with, Floyd's short list, but that was too simple. It was too short list. Where's short list? Yeah, people don't really understand it. People understand an impossibility. An impossibility that can never happen. That's what an
Never.
impossibility is. So that's why I changed it. Floyd's list of impossibilities, and it's simple. It's easier to understand. And for you people in Martha's Vineyard, please, if I offend you, then I'm happy. You know what that is? Y'all remember a week or so ago they had the what was that, the Burning Man festival they had out there in the middle of the desert out there. Hey, guess what happened? God sent the flood to them. Yeah, they were walking around, moving around. It's straight Sodom and Gomorrah. That's all it is out there. That's the only thing that it is. the Burning Man Festival. Here's one for you right here. An impossibility that there is more debauchery. Y'all know who that is. Look it up, Google it. That there's more debauchery, and you can find this one in the Bible, and lasciviousness. If you ever preached on lasciviousness, y'all look up lasciviousness in the Bible. Or go find you a Pentecostal preacher. He can tell you what it is. No, I tell you. Oh, go find you a Pentecostal sister. They tell you what it is. A Pentecostal preacher. It may not register with him, but lasciviousness. There's more debauchery and lasciviousness at the Burning Man Festival than there is with the politicians in Washington, D.C. And Reverend Johnson, it was an impossibility that Reverend Johnson will ever have a tent revival service at Martha's Vineyard. I'd like to follow him up there. Wouldn't y'all put up the tent? Go put the tent up. I'd go with him. Wouldn't y'all? I'd go with him. I'd take up the office and get Sister Perky Nubbs playing the pump organ. That'd be right.
Brother Harry leading singing.
Yeah, Harry Nubbs, he be leading us.
Man, them folks wouldn't know how to act. They wouldn't know how to act.
I told y'all about it. Sister Perky Nubbs playing pump organ there for Reverend Johnson. If we
I don't think you told it on the air.
We can do. I ain't got many more. Have we got time? We talk about.
Yeah.
Whew.
I'll give up my time. You can have my time.
You have my time. Go ahead.
He preaches down there at the Second United Holy Tabernacle of Love, Brotherhood, Sisterhood, and Scrutiny Church. That's where he preached. Anyway, he preaches. And you know how these preachers here, especially these Pentecostals, they'll be preaching, they get in that cadence, they'll be preaching, and they got a pump organ player over here, and he'll hit that pause. That reverend, that Pentecostal preacher, he'll hit that pause, that pump organ player, he or whoever who it is, they'll hit that organ, on. They put that music, in there. And interlude and play it while he's catching his breath. Anyway, Reverend John, I was a woman. Hey, oh, glory. Hallelujah. Ain't nothing waiting on you but the promised land. And see, about that time, his pump organ player, Sister Perky Nubbs, just hit the keyboard. Give him a chance to catch his breath and recompose himself. Well, Sister Perky Nubbs, it was down there playing the pump organ at the church. She had a cold. She had all that congestion. By the time he hit that interlude, she was sister. She couldn't hit the keys on the pump organ. Yes, Reverend John, he cut him eyes over there too, And he going, oh, glory, ain't but one way, and one way only down that narrow pathway to glory. Sister Perky Nubbs supposed to hit the keyboard. Hit that. She be calling. Well, it went on anyway. Reverend John had to go ahead and close his sermon on out. Ain't nobody come to the altar because she wasn't doing right, wasn't doing it. Anyway, one of the sisters at the church says, Sister Nubbs said, Sister Perky said, I see where you were coughing all that while Reverend Johnson was preaching. You're supposed to do your interlude down on the organ. You're supposed to play them. She said, I just got this bad cold. I got all that congestion. And sister told her, said, well, let me tell you what to do. Said, what you need to do, go down there in the past and get you about a gallon can full of them green persimmon. You crush them all up. And see, this is the whole thing with the church here. See, you got Reverend Johnson. He's the preaching. Sister Perky Nubbs, she's playing the pump organ. And Sister Perky Nubbs' husband, Brother Harry Nubbs, he's the song leader. So everything's got to be like a fine oil machine. Everything's got to be cohesive in there, But the cog was missing because Sister Nubbs couldn't do it. It just messed everything up. But anyway, Brother Harry, Brother Harry, bless his heart. He's lived with Sister Perky for 25, 30 years. Anyway, been to the church there with Reverend Johnson the whole time. So anyway, Sister Nubs goes down there to the cow pasture and gets a gallon syrup bucket full of persimmons, green persimmons. Any of y'all out there ever tasted of a green persimmon? Y'all know what that thing is? It will turn your mouth wrong side out if you taste of it. If you get any of that persimmon juice or anything in your mouth, it'll turn it wrong side out. So anyway, Sister Nubs goes down and she said, what I do with these persimmons that I squish them all up? So when you take that juice and all that pumice, you rub it all up on your chest area, all on your bosom. Just rub it all. Just get that stuff on, put it all up on that right there. And let it kind of soak in there. Said that'll release all that congestion. All that congestion will be released, and you'll be fine. You won't have no more cold. So Pricky Nubs, Sister Nubs, she does that. She gets them Simmons, crush them all up, scrunch them all up on her bosom and everything. Anyway, next Sunday they at church in Reverend John. Oh yeah, what a day! Where it go? Ain't but one way, ain't but one way only. You look over at Sister Nubs, boy. Boy, she hit that phone. Boy, Reverend Johnson, he's on a roll now, boy. He hit it again. Oh yeah, ain't nothing but glory. Oh, hallelujah, hallelujah. Hallelujah. If anybody out there married to a hard-headed person, raise your hand. Boy, Sister Quick, she hit that pump all the way right. Hey, oh, we down. Now, brother, we're going to have a call to the altar. Oh, we're going to have a call to the altar. Please, Brother Harry Nubs, come up here and sing that song, Just As I Am, if you will. Call him to the altar. Brother Harry, he walks up there in front of the pulpit and he said, I hope nobody was offended by that.
I don't think they were.
I think it was. Here's another list of impossibilities. Let me get on with my deal here, what we're supposed to be doing. List of impossibilities. It's impossible for any group of millionaire women in the world to be less talented and more trashy than the Kardashians. That Chris Christie will ever become a vegan. That Hillary Clinton, impossibility that Hillary Clinton will ever enter a watermelon eating contest. Impossibility that Barry Barack Hussein Obama, Bill Clinton, Hillary Clinton, Hunter Biden, Joe Biden, or any other Democrat will ever be held accountable for their crimes. Impossibility. Impossibility that facts and evidence have ever mattered to the mainstream media if it implicates a Democrat.
Amen.
I got two last ones. I don't know which one to do first. I don't know which one to end it on. Both of them pretty good. One of them you ain't heard before. One of them you have heard before. Let's do the one you ain't heard before. I'm not going to end it, but it's going to be kind of. It's going to reach the crescendo from here on. Yeah. Hold on just a second.
Get your mind right.
Get your mind right. Impossibility. Easy now. It's easy by easy now. Impossibility that the Secretary of Transportation, Pete Buttigieg, who will ever lose in a gas siphoning contest. And for you folks in Martha's Vineyard, Google siphoning gas, if you will. Here's another impossible.
He could beat old kid from San Francisco in the fishnet. Sure, he couldn't in
He
Florida.
win every time. Ain't nobody can beat him. Ain't nobody can beat him. The last impossibility that Joe Biden can go 8 hours without having a bowel evacuation in his defense.
Oh,
Mercy, mercy. Oh, I like the temperatures I'm seeing in this long range week forecast. Look at that. I don't see a 9 anywhere.
Amen.
And if you like me and Queasel, we know we know Marvin ain't gonna get outside. Now Floyd does. He has to go evaluate and pontificate on things. But those of us who are outside like the forecast. Good chance of rain Saturday, pretty good chance on Sunday. We need rain, folks. I know it's harvest time and folks getting ready to get crop in, but we need rain in the area. That's our long range forecast for the week. And thank y'all for watching. We love each and every one of you. Appreciate y'all giving us your time on Thursday nights. Weasel?
thank you, Charlie. Hey, I told Floyd I'd give him a time, so I ain't got but just a little bit to say. I just want to say, first of all, thank you for letting us in. I apologize for being a little late tonight, but I ain't got enough internet to fix the television and be on the show. I can only do one or two things, so I had to get the television fixed, and then I can get on the show. I had to, I was turning that wheel. I just couldn't turn it fast enough. But I hope that Monday you did something that the president of the United States didn't do. I hope that you took a minute and remembered and observed in whatever way you needed to 9/11.
Amen.
I haven't forgot it. I'm sure you haven't either. Every one of us could know where we were. I still think about it. I can relive every bit of it. I'll. It was just a bad day for America. And Monday, when the elected leader of our nation chose to do something else, and it don't matter what it was, nothing was more important than that. Not to me. Nothing was more important for him to be at one of those ground zeros. I don't care where he was or what he was doing, but he chose not to be there. But I hope you did remember of the brave men and women in law enforcement, fire, EMS that gave their lives for the innocent people who just worked, who lost their lives. I just hope you just took that minute and thought about how our country suffered that day. It was a bad day for America, and it's near and dear to me. We love y'all. Thank you for letting us in to see to spend a little time with you. And hey, if you get a chance, find a way to listen to a Billy Graham sermon. It'll change your life. Floyd.
Yes, sir. Tell you right where I was, Queasel, when I saw the planes running into the buildings. I had pulled up to you and your daddy's service station there, and I was getting me some gas, and you looking at TV, and I said, "Man, what in the world is going on?" He said, "They done run into hit these buildings with some airplanes in there." And you said this. He said, "Them folks is trying to get out," and he said, "The firemen is trying to get up, get in."
Right.
And that left an impact on me about what service people do, what first responders do. It's in their DNA. It's in their system. They do that. Anytime you see a first responder, if you see an EMT or a fireman or a policeman or some sheriff's officer or something, thank them for what they do. Thank them for what they're doing because they there for one thing, and that's to save your life. They there to keep you from getting hurt by crazy people. But
Amen.
another thing you need to do, remember tonight, is exercise your Second Amendment rights. It's more important now than it ever has been. We got governors all in this country trying to do away, trying to suspend the Constitution, if you will. That's a new word that they've got. Just going to suspend it because we have what is that? Did she call that thing that we have? What do we have? It's just some kind of not
Health
a
health emergency.
a health emergency. They can call it anything they want to call it. What it is, they try to take your ability away from you to defend yourself from people who want to kill you. That's what they're trying to do. Surround yourself with like minded people. Be vigilant of your surroundings. Know where you are and know who you're around at all times. And when you lay down and go to sleep at night, thank God for what He's done for you today. And you'll go to sleep and you'll still be thinking. Good night, y'all. Appreciate y'all tuning in.
As y'all know, we appreciate you. We love each and every one of you. We want to give a big shout out again and appreciation to all of our sponsors: Moby Dick, Ziggy Bees, Outlaws Bus and Barbecue, KWG Plumbing, Phillips Auto Parts, and Berry Hill Auctioneers. Also want to give a big shout out to Ma Ruby's Rectal Thermometer Calibrations, Raymond Newell Buffet, Rat Killing Jamboree on the first and third Saturdays, Rotor Rooter and Weed Eater Repair, and Rooster Peels for those over 80 in Red Level, Alabama, for having us on the big screen tonight. We love all of you. We appreciate you. You know what I'm going to tell you? Go to church Sunday. It's what you ought to do. Our Bible verse tonight comes from Jude chapter 1. Keep yourselves in God's love as you wait for the mercy of our Lord Jesus Christ to bring you eternal life. Guys, we love y'all real much. We appreciate you. Thank you for inviting us into your home. Lord, with it and the creek doesn't rise, I promise you, we're going to be right back here, same time, same place next week for more of the truth and nothing but the truth right here on Charlie Platt and the Dirt Road Sports Show. But until then, keep your head up, keep trusting in the Lord, keep pressing on, do something good for somebody, and no matter what you do in life, always be
Be
particular.
particular.
See you. Good night.
Bye.
See y'all.